Alrighty, welcome back to Slurred Words. So, Matt, you had an interesting...
Yeah, interesting type of story. I had a friend of mine, well, Facebook friend of mine that is also my dad's family friend that we've had for a long time. And I noticed a post that they put on their Facebook about they were at a bar watching a band. Just some, I don't know if it's no name band. They might be a good name out by where they're at. They live in Arizona. But they were at a bar watching a band, and my dad's friend Ron walked up to this dude and said, "Hey, you might get this a lot, but you look a lot like Vinnie Paul from Pantera." Dude turns around, it's fucking Vinnie Paul from Pantera. I mean, like, how do you you just see, and Ron has been a fan of Pantera since I've known him. There was a time when my dad and him went to a Pantera concert. I was probably 9.
Oh, you were telling me about
Yeah,
this.
I was probably 9, maybe 10, and they were going to a concert, and I was like, Dad, I want to go see this concert. I didn't know fucking who Pantera was. But I'm like, I want to go see this band with you. My dad's like, no.
I want to go watch the Wiggles play.
I mean, but yeah, he was. I don't know who he was singing it with, but it was Pantera and probably somebody else. But I mean, imagine seeing your. I'm not saying that it was his.
Your adulthood.
Yeah, I'm not saying
favorite
it was, yeah.
band
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
No,
Just seeing somebody. Yeah, you're seeing
Just
somebody from that band.
you're a famous person, your idol.
Yeah, say something you have looked up to. You've
idol.
heard their music. I mean, not so much idol. Yeah, I don't think it was his idol, but I mean, someone that you look up to, that someone that you think that inspired you. An idol doesn't inspire you. Some people.
An idol inspires you.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not. It wasn't his idol. I guarantee you that.
But the generalization of the topic.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
If you meet your idol.
Say you're going.
God.
You're somewhere. Say you're at a bar and you see somebody. You're like, hey, you look like that guy, and you end up meeting that person. I mean, in my mindset, seeing that person and you're like, fucking like, whoa, it's you. Like, what do you do?
Starstruck.
Yeah, it's starstruck. Like, what do you do? I'm like, I can't imagine when he's like, hey, can I get a picture, bro? I'm like, what do you like? Can I get an autograph? I'm like, you want to ask them all these things, but you don't want to be a dick. Be like,
Right.
You're out seeing a band, and he's probably going to be lowbrow.
Right.
But then when he saw him, like, hey man, you're fucking the shit. Like, I fucking love you. Like, as a fucking artist. I'm like, can I get a picture? Can I get an autograph? But I mean, they got a picture. I saw it. It was fucking pretty cool. I mean, I would love to see Vinnie Paul.
Yeah.
And just take a picture of them.
Yeah.
And just be like, this is fucking Vinnie Paul from fucking Pantera, from fucking Damage Plan. Like, fucking Dimebag Darrell's brother that, God rest his soul, fucking one of the greatest guitar players ever.
Yep.
I mean, what would you do in that instance?
Now,
seeing this guy, you have probably nothing to sign. Like,
now this is where the topic will come in. If you met your idol, someone you have looked up to and has inspired you 100%, you didn't have a phone, you didn't have anything for them to sign, but you had a pen, what would you have them sign?
like I would, if it was Vinnie Paul, I'd be like, dude, sign my fucking dick.
Security!
No joke. I guarantee Vinnie Paul, not the first time he asked to have somebody sign his dick.
I highly doubt
he wasn't the first person that would have asked that. If I would have asked him, hey, sign my fucking dick, I guarantee it would have been the first person who would have asked to do that. From 20 some odd years of being a professional like artist and a god in the metal age. Like, there's gotta be something
Right.
like chicks like, sign my tits, sign
Right,
this,
yeah,
sign my ass.
I'd say sign my tits.
I mean, well, you got tits. I mean, you got.
I could push these puppies together and get some D's, alright?
I mean, I would be like, I'd be so obscene, like, sign my dick.
See,
I mean, like,
I would.
What would you think he would say?
Security.
No, I mean,
Security,
I think he'd be like,
yeah.
fuck yeah, bro. Let me get your dick.
Okay, honestly, I will take this one step further. If I
It's Vinnie Paul from Pantera.
It's Vinnie Paul, yes. But I will take this one step further. If I met, somebody like...
Who's your idol? We'll say that. Who's your idol?
Who's my idol? Somebody I look up to.
Let's see. Who's your idol?
I would have to say Kevin Smith.
I would actually...
Honestly,
I would put you up there.
Are you fitting into that,
that fat man demographic? Is that where you're going?
Well, no.
Not just the fat man demographic, but the nerd, the filmmaker.
None of. I mean, all of that's great. Don't get me wrong.
But you didn't get into Kevin Smith till I told you.
Well, no, not really. I mean, I've seen the movies, many years ago. But as a person, he's
a fucking
man in Chronic.
Not just that. I'm saying as a person, you can meet your idol. Generally, most of the time people are like, oh well, you meet fucking Sean Connery. And you're like, oh, well, and you go, oh, I'm Sean Connery. Well, that's the thing is that, the real people, the people that started from nothing and became something.
He sold his comic book collection just to make
make clerks, yes.
Now, not just that, but the fact that, he's a real person. He's actually able to get up on stage, do these Q&As, and talk about real things. I watched one where, it was all funny and ha-ha, as they usually are, but then he talked about his dad passing away.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things that,
yeah.
I mean, it hits close to the home because, I watched, my grandmother pass away, and then, a good friend of ours, I watched his grandmother pass away. And it's one of those things that, you really do. You relate to the person, not just because they're famous and, the things that they say, but on a personal note where it does hit you, you're like, wow, you are a real person. You're not just somebody who makes millions of dollars.
Something that really hit me home was watching it. TMZ did a thing with him. Well, it really wasn't a thing with him, but he was somewhere, I don't know where it was. It might have been Hollywood sometime. He was doing his podcast. I think it was the Babylon one.
Okay, yeah.
And he was outside, about ready to start recording, in this small ass, maybe 30 people. Just he doesn't give a fuck. I mean,
right.
He just was just whatever he wanted to do. Because he can. And I remember one of his Babylon things with the podcast, he was outside, TMZ started recording him. He's like, all right, man. It's like talking, he was just talking back and forth, asking questions. Like, hey, man, you want to ask me questions? I'll answer them. Come inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Come inside, talk to me, and
we'll do it on stage.
We'll do it on stage.
Yep.
I'll give you a session, but I want it to be promoted. I want you to say, hey, this is TMZ. Well, ask my questions. And the TMZ video, fucking hilarious.
And, like I said, it's just because he's such a, a real person.
Genuine.
Exactly. I mean, down to earth, as you even, watching everything that he does outside of film, it's genuine.
He tries to make his friends famous.
Right.
Because he has the capability to do it. Not because I'm going to be cool because I can make my friends. No. He's doing it because he wants his friends to fucking do what he does.
From his success.
Yeah. And
it's not like a jackass thing where your friends are only getting famous due to the fact that they're hurting themselves. Yeah. Due to his thing, here's the thing that he's promoting them for,
he puts them in
they
movies.
Are.
Yeah.
Right, which is, it's a big thing, that when you have the capabilities to do that and you're willing to, that willingness alone proves that, not just that you're a good person, but the fact that, it borderlines the same thing, that you actually care, that you are a real person. Yeah. And you're willing to do the small things.
You put yourself out there to help others.
Right, and it doesn't matter. You put yourself out there, good or bad. And
he can care less if he bombs because he always has something on the back burner.
And
but it's not because he's trying to make money.
But so
he puts friends out there to try to see what he can do. I'm not saying he puts them on the back burner because he doesn't want them to be out there, but I mean, he tries stuff, doesn't happen. Hey,
right,
it happens.
Well, if
are we talking about Comic Book Men then?
That's a great show.
It is.
I mean that's
all his childhood friends, isn't it? Or is it a bunch of friends that he met and then eventually?
Brian Posehn was it? And
he
didn't meet Chen.
Well, that was because but Brian Posehn and not Brian Posehn. No, I'm sorry. That's a comedian.
I would say
Brian
completely
something
different.
sorry. But the two guys that were the main guys, the guy with the big ass beard and then the guy who was the main player guy.
Oh, yeah.
Brian something.
Yeah.
Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson.
That's it.
And
the guy with no chin. I hate to say it like that, but he's got no chin. Walt Flanagan.
Walt Flanagan and Brian
Posehn.
Brian Posehn. No. We just talked. It wasn't Brian Posehn. It was Brian
Johnson.
Brian Johnson and Walt Posehn. Yeah, whatever.
No. Walt Goodman.
Johnson, whatever. The guys from Comic Man besides Mike. And Ming Chung was
Ming Chung
and Ming Chung and Mike. All
right, I'm good.
Anyway, yes,
the guys from Comic Man. I mean, he put them out there because he believes that this show could do something. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it blew up. It has 4 seasons.
And here's the thing. Right now, he made Kevin Smith made those guys like C-listers.
He doesn't want to make money off them.
No,
he wants to put them out there to make them money.
Right. And here's the thing.
He's not trying to make money off it.
He's not looking to make money. He's just trying to break even.
Yeah, he's got obviously.
Well, he's got to make.
He's doing it just because
he's a fucking good guy.
Well, no, he's a big comic book guy. He's a big comic guy.
He's heartfelt in everything he does.
Right, and honestly, going back to what we were talking about, if I met Kevin Smith, I would have him tattoo Kevin on one nipple and Smith on the other.
I would probably get a Jay and Silent Bob tattoo of him. He would draw. I would make him draw a picture of Jay and Silent Bob on my arm, and I would have that tattooed.
No, I would have him tattoo my nipples.
Yeah,
it would be Kevin Smith tattooed right nipple to left. Kevin Smith.
I don't know. That's a little much.
No, it would be tattooed.
I wouldn't put words out there. I mean, pictures is one thing.
No, it'd be words.
I would have a Jay and Silent Bob stick figure. I mean, I would do that.
No, we're going autographed. What would you have them autographed? My nipples. Chop, your idol.
Oh, don't even start. Don't even start. I know exactly where you're going.
No, you don't even know who I'm going to talk about, man. I've been thinking about this for the past 15 minutes. Okay. All right? My one guy I've always thought about my entire life that I've always wanted to be like.
It's Freddie Mercury.
No.
Okay. Because you talk shit about
Chris Farley.
Okay.
Oh. Chris Farley, the big guy who's always been so underrated, but that he didn't get his break until SNL. Yeah, he was that guy who you didn't know about. He wasn't
underrated. He was appreciated.
Underappreciated. All right.
Not underrated.
Beverly's Hills White Ninja. I just watched that movie the other day. I fucking laughed my fucking ass off.
The last movie he made was
his last movie. Yes, that you were talking about.
The Native American one where he was.
Yes, it's when he's with
Matthew.
No. He's the guy. He's the guy's doing
He's from
the western side of America.
Yeah, but the guy from Friends.
No, it's the western side. Yeah, Lewis and Clark.
Yeah, no,
it's the Lewis and Clark movie. Yes,
but the guy that
it's a comedy.
But the guy was from Friends.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
So anyway. Yes.
So, Chris Farley, if I ever had a chance, I'd have him sign my chest. I'd fucking.
What's with your chest? Both.
No, right here, right on my chest. And when he signed it, I would have that tattooed onto my chest. Because I looked up to Chris Farley my entire life because he was that big guy.
No, I agree
that was never really here's the thing. Chris Farley was here's the thing. He was all about doing
being
impromptu, being real, being funny, sticking up for the small guy. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Chris Farley stuck up for the small guy in high school. Here's the thing. He wasn't the bully. He wasn't the jock that pushed on little kids. He was the jock that stood up for the little kid.
He reminded me of from the Three Stooges. He reminded me of Curly.
Oh God.
He was a Curly. Yeah. He was a Curly Three Stooges. No.
Did you actually know that Chris Farley was originally offered to be Shrek before Mike Myers?
Really?
But this is
he died way before that though.
No.
Shrek
you want to
was
look up? No.
Shrek was like 98.
Not in production, but before.
Okay. I mean,
they offered Shrek. Okay. They offered the Shrek position to Chris Farley.
It would not have been.
You don't know that.
No, I mean,
I was saying that who knows?
Okay, but you've already seen Shrek with Mike Myers. You can't see it any other way.
Yes, that's exactly how it is. is.
I wouldn't have liked it with Chris Farley, to be honest.
You don't
Chris
know
Farley
that.
is Chris Farley isn't a voiceover. Chris Farley is
he's very much a
he's a physical actor.
yeah, he does.
You can't do voiceovers. You can't like Jack Black. Jack Black can be a physical actor and a voiceover. He did Kung Fu Panda.
Shit, he's doing Dead Island. He just did Dead Island.
Yeah, he's one of the voiceovers there.
One of the games that me and Matt fucking play frequently every
When
night.
that comes out
together.
Yeah, when that comes out, that's fucking first game I'm buying. That's like my first real game. That's not the like Call of Duty.
Oh god, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
No, and that's so you said Chris Farley, you'd have him sign your chest and tattoo over
through
it.
and through. I mean, if I ever met him, I saw him on the streets before he died. I mean, he died. He had the saddest death I've ever heard of. Where he was in a hotel room, doing drugs, and then
it's just like
he had a prostitute come into the room, and he said to her as he opened up the door, "I don't want to die," and he collapsed on the floor, died right there.
Right, and
I don't want to die alone.
I mean, I believe the whole thing with Heath Ledger, like that was fucked up. Like,
yes.
He went.
Great actors die early.
He went way too far into the Joker thing.
Well, and that's another big thing is that you can look at Chris Farley being, and it is going back to the comedy aspect is that a lot of the people that are funny are depressed, and Robin Williams is a prime example, and everyone's going to argue this one way or another. But no. I'm saying it's a way to look at it.
We've already tried on the soil, Matt. We have to continue.
No, but it's a way to look at it.
I don't like anything that has to do with Robin Williams because he is.
Robin Williams was the best of the best.
No,
he was the Leonardo. No, not Leonardo. Yeah.
He was the
Leonardo da Vinci of comedy of our times.
And
of all times, to be honest.
Yes.
I mean, there's no you can't.
I swear to God, every single movie I've ever seen of Robin Williams is the best.
He could be funny. He could be serious. He could be.
He can be sad. Yeah. He can be a fucking 8.
You remember watching that movie with him when he was like
I'm hoping you're not talking about
English. No, he was like an English teacher, and his son died from jerking off and killing himself.
By choking himself.
By choking himself to death.
What
by
movie
jerking
is
himself
this?
off. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But he ended up. What happened? It was
Father of the Year.
Father of the Year, yes.
I just saw that. Yes, I remember that. Holy shit! Really?
Yeah, and
And
his son in the movie killed himself by jerking himself off by.
Right, so asphyxiation.
Which I mean, to be honest, it's actually
autoerotic asphyxiation. Yes.
Yeah, it's the actual thing that people.
But do. Being that as it is that having somebody famous like that pass, it's a tragedy. And you can look at Chris Farley and you can look at John Belushi.
Yes.
Once again.
Belushi. Here's the thing: Chris Farley looked up to John Belushi. It's a tragedy the fact that he looked up to John Belushi and he followed the life of John Belushi to the point to where he died due to the fact of just the way of John Belushi due to a drug overdose.
All the people that died before they're 21, before they're 25, that were like
Forever 27.
Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin.
Yes. Chris Farley. James Dean.
Yeah.
Didn't
There's like the 27 because like at the age of 27 there's
actually a painting out there. It's called Forever 27.
Yeah.
It's a painting of like a bunch of famous artists. They're sitting at this I don't know like a restaurant and they're all sitting there. It's
that classic diner scene.
Also Elvis Presley.
He was in 27.
No.
But he's in the picture though.
Yeah. He was in his.
I don't know. He doesn't necessarily.
Yeah, he was in his 40s.
Yes, but he died.
You ever watched that video of him recording at a concert like weeks before he died? He was fucking jamming out to the one song.
Presley?
Yeah, there's this one song. I can't remember the name of the song. That he it was his first time he played the song on it live, and it ended up being like one of his most favorite songs. famous songs. Like, one of his most famous songs that he only played twice live, and I mean it was a straight up like just jamming. He was on stage like chubby as hell, just chubby as hell, just playing the piano like fucking crazy. He just with his fucking his sash on. I mean,
that's what the King was all about. He was all about those uppers.
Now, since we've strayed away, Matt, you actually never told us your idol, not just. I mean, who is your biggest idol that you want to have?
You want to meet?
Sign your schwanz.
Sign your schwanz.
Your schmeckle.
Yeah, your brown eye.
I mean, that's a little far. That's a little south.
Right, if it came down to it, if you have no other place to have them sign it, it is your brown eye. Who would it be?
This just got weird.
I know. Well, all right, let's just say.
I have the same. James Hetfield.
Hey, that's actually pretty good, but he's still alive.
I'm not saying he's dead. What constituted that was our signing to be dead?
All right.
This was getting back on
Yeah, I mean, we didn't talk about dead people.
But here's the thing. Well, it was never, clarified whether or not to be alive or dead.
You're just saying your idol.
But your idol.
Hold on.
Yes. I understand.
James Hetfield.
James Hetfield. That's I agree with that. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
He's
You would sign your brown eye?
Yeah.
He's a guy. I would have him tattoo my fucking asshole. If he,
Wow.
if he had a tattoo
Okay, now
gun,
hold
I would allow it.
Now we know Chopses. We know Chopses, but
Chris Farley.
famous dead person
Famous dead
that
person?
you would want. No, famous dead person that you would want brought back to life.
See, that's a different story because I know exactly.
Yeah, that's gonna be Chris Farley.
No.
Oh, no.
really?
No.
It's going to be different.
Yeah, I know exactly what it'd be
Matt?
for you. Famous dead person come back alive. I would say, give me a second and let Chops go, because I have two guys.
Famous person that's dead.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Freddie Mercury.
Yep, I see.
Really?
I told you this in the beginning of this
Freddie
conversation.
Mercury.
What did I just say?
Yeah, no, you're right.
He died of AIDS, which is a horrible disease to die from. It's your body kills itself. Here's the thing. This guy was he was a Beethoven of his time. Well, Freddie Mercury, he created masterpieces.
Yeah.
I mean, he died so early due to the fact that here's the thing, he had to hide who he was due to the fact that at the time being gay was highly scrutinized and highly illegal, as I quotize with my fingers.
No, you're right.
Yes. You couldn't be gay back in the day. If you were gay and you were a celebrity, you were chastised. You were the person.
No, you were bastardized entirely.
Your records were burned by Christian fucking groups.
That's Judas Priest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any kind of
lead
rock
singer
group.
of Judas Priest obviously didn't come out until about 10 years ago. But I mean, he was gay the whole time.
I don't care.
I don't care. No,
Freddie Mercury was a genius of his time for music wise.
So you would have Freddie Mercury.
If you compare any kind of music now compared to any kind of music of Freddie Mercury's time, or any kind of music compared to any kind of music that Freddie Mercury produced or was a part of, is almost better. I'm not gonna say almost is better than any kind of music that is produced.
So Freddie Mercury, Back from the Dead.
Back from the Dead.
100%.
100%. 1,000%.
I mean, I hate to go back on the Metallica era. Cliff Burton.
Really?
Original bassist from Metallica.
What about the right arm of Def Leppard?
that spawns back to my favorite joke. What has 9 arms and sucks? Def Leppard. I can't say that because I like Def Leppard, but it's a fucking funny joke.
Yeah.
But no,
It is good. It is good.
Cliff Burton, definitely Cliff Burton. I mean, Metallica, Kill 'Em All.
Yep.
Metallica, Justice for All.
Yep.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
As soon as he died,
Fuck.
They started.
they
going
changed.
down.
I mean,
They changed
Jason
completely.
Newsted, great bassist. Great bassist. But I mean,
Not the same.
Not the same. Cliff Burr.
He's one of a kind.
He could do what he could do with a bass.
That's like
what he
saying
could do with a guitar.
we're gonna replace Keith Moon of the Who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keith Moon of the Who. What's his name? What, I don't know. Let's just continue.
Richards from Rolling Stones, like changing.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah.
Keith Richards can't be killed by modern means.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like what's the name from AC/DC?
God, why are you gonna make me pull this information out of my mind when I'm drunk?
I mean, okay, one of the things that I was always disturbed about, but I mean, it's fucking awesome. Led Zeppelin. They were a band for less than 10 years. Less than 10 years. They were a band for...
They've always said.
They were a band for less than 10 years, but every band, I guarantee every band, no matter who you are, went back and listened to Led Zeppelin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
To be honest, the seed of rock.
Yeah.
Is definitely Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
And they were around for less than 10 years.
Of classic rock. The rock of the 70s and the 80s.
The rock of the 20 years from 70s to 90, early 90s. Before grunge.
Okay, yes, and you can put it like that.
For 20 years.
Even now,
they have influences, but for 20 years, Led Zeppelin.
They were
the band that people modeled.
Jimmy Page,
and they were less than 10 years old. They only lasted 7 years.
Yeah.
They had 5 records, and they were. If you say Led Zeppelin, fucking best band ever.
You know, the funny thing is, it's always been said
but there's
that
also
the lead
bands that have been
singer of
around
Led
for...
Zeppelin sold his soul to the devil. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've heard this so many times that he sold his soul to the devil to get to be the king of rock. Well, I don't know if you want to put it like that. The king of pop is a little bit different.
Yeah.
The king of rock is Led Zeppelin to a point.
The king of rock is
It's disputable, okay?
King of Pop. Yeah, it's King of Pop.
The King of Rock is also a very disputable
King
title.
of Rock is Ozzy.
I
think King of Rock is Ozzy. He's still fucking...
But Cliff Burton...
Cliff Burton, 100%. If I had some guy that come back to life, Cliff Burton, that would make Metallica unstoppable, I believe. If Cliff Burton was still alive, Metallica would be... I believe in my eyes,
top of the charts.
Number 3 band of all time.
Modern day Led Zeppelin, with
if not number 2 band of all time, or top 3.
Do you think, with him being alive, what about Saint Anger? Do you think they would have came out with Saint Anger?
What about what about Kurt Cobain dying? Would have Foo Fighters whatever came around?
Right.
Like, what does that say?
Yeah, that's it. It's all about little things in history that would happen.
Fucking
here's the thing: Foo Fighters never would have been without
Kurt Cobain.
I hate to say it like that.
Yeah, it's what's fucked up.
But that was
Foo
their
Fighters.
influence.
But here's the thing: if it wasn't his death, we wouldn't have this great band. No. Dave Grohl would never would have been.
Dave Grohl is in the Hall of Fame.
Dave Grohl would have been the drummer in California that we never ever heard of.
Dave Grohl is in the Hall of Fame twice.
Yes.
One for Foo Fighters
and one for Foo Fighters. Yes.
I mean, how the fuck do you be that fucking awesome? I mean, I watched the interview on. He was with Jimmy Kimmel.
Okay.
He said, "If I died today, I would die the happiest man alive." I mean, to be honest, why the fuck not? Would you not think he'd be the happiest man alive? He honestly said to himself, like, if I died today, I'd be the happiest man alive.
Forever.
You are idolized with 2 bands.
The infamy of rock and roll.
Not just the fact they have millions of dollars, because he does. But I mean,
yes.
he has everything to expense. He's happy.
Right.
He's happy. And with the Sonic Highway that just came out with the Fighters, the whole thing where they did 8 states. And they recorded 3 songs in each state in different fucking venues.
Oh, when they just did it.
They have an HBO special.
They just did that one bar out in the north side. The Billy Goat.
Cubby Bear. No, Cubby Bear.
The Cubby Bear, yes.
I mean, they did 8 shows.
Because they started off almost in Chicago. I think it was like the was it
in Chicago.
No, it's like they had a big start in Chicago. Is what they were.
They were on Jimmy Fallon for a week. Promoting the Sonic Highway.
So we have Cliff Burton and Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury, I mean, I'm telling you all the way. I mean, he was a genius of his time.
No, you're right.
I hate to say it like that. I mean, well, I hate to say it, but I want to bring it out and I want to have it labeled. I want to stamp it in time.
No.
I hate that. I don't want to bang the table right now because it'll make this loud. I'm going to stamp it. Freddie Mercury is right there. He's like the founder of rock. He's George Washington of rock and roll.
Now I'm
one of the founding fathers, I should say, of rock and roll.
Right.
I can't say he's George Washington of rock and roll.
Now I'm gonna take this way back. I'm gonna throw a curveball in this. I actually the one person, and it's oddly enough that it's still gonna be a musician.
I feel that we didn't have enough funny stuff here, so I'm just gonna say shit dick cocksuck piece of shit motherfucker just because it'd be funny.
Because
we didn't have enough jokes in this last.
No,
episode.
honestly, no. This is
Matt wants to go to bat.
No, I'm not going to bat. We discussed real shit.
No, but no. With this, I would have to say that the one person I would want brought back from the dead is Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, he's one classy motherfucker.
He had his time.
No.
He had his time.
Not even that.
I believe he had his time.
Okay, all right, but that's
because he made My Way.
But that's also to say that the Rolling Stones, they had their own time. That's also to say that
No, I mean, what else could have Frank Sinatra did at the time he was?
His thing, he could continue
Frank Sinatra
on his music.
Frank Sinatra is a fucking badass. Yeah, I give him that.
Yeah.
But Frank
Sinatra, Dean Martin.
Where would they went 10 years from then?
They were a Vegas band.
Where would they went 10 years from then?
From Vegas is where they would have stayed.
Now this is I'll answer
that. What's his name? Wayne Newton.
He's gonna stay in Vegas. What are you talking about?
So this is honestly,
playing his hits.
I feel that Frank Sinatra, being the musical genius that he was,
for his time.
Yeah, definitely.
He was of his time.
That's what my grandfather, he was actually the one.
I know, I'm not disrespecting.
No,
I mean, not saying
it's just not your style.
He's not a musical genius. No, he did good stuff.
Yeah,
but I mean, I wouldn't say musical genius because he played what was popular. That's what I think. I think the Rat Pack.
What was popular was what he created.
No, I think the Rat. Yeah. But I mean, he took what he created and ran with it. And the Rat Pack, that was innovative. But, I mean, I don't know if that changed history.
Now, this is where I'll make my argument that I do believe that Frank Sinatra, being able, that he traveled the country, he traveled the world, and he was able to create, music that, for the time, was our modern day, kind of comfort music. Talked about the struggles, talked about the things, kind of made you feel happy.
He's I'm not to say that he is. He's originator of country music.
Well,
in the sense where you talk about your problems.
That was
because I didn't have back in the day.
Yeah, but that's a little harsh.
He's
Big Bang.
I did this. I did that. I did everything.
But that's still country.
Well, here's
that's what I'm saying.
Well, the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. That's what he experienced.
Right.
What's the difference between anybody from the 90s and 2000s that didn't experience?
Right. But that's the thing is that you would have. Hold on now. Is that you would have an actual gentleman's perspective. Frank Sinatra did have an impact on me when I was younger, just because, growing up listening to. I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying, with my grandfather, I have a box of like 300 records of big band swing, and it's just, the whole jazz era people think has died, and I was just flipping through radio stations, and it's like 90.9. There's a jazz station. I was like, damn, I can dig this, and it's. It's just one of the styles of music I've liked. But with that in mind, personally, I do believe that Frank Sinatra, he is one of the greatest musical geniuses of time.
Yeah, I give him that.
No, but it would be interesting to see where he would have taken music now.
See, that's the problem. Is he just going to continue with his, hey, this and hey, that, and just go on with that? I mean, It's Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash.
Oh, please.
Wait,
please,
no. I'm not
please,
putting down.
please
I'm
do
not putting him down.
Do not badmouth Johnny
not,
Cash.
No, I'm not. I'm saying Johnny Cash evolved. He did.
Oh, he definitely evolved.
He did 3 Nine Inch Nails songs. He covered them all.
He did.
Hurt being the most popular one.
Would.
Yes.
Would.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Would Frank Sinatra do that? No, he was a dick. He was a dick.
No, you're right. You're right.
He was a dick.
But hold on
Frank
now. Hold
Sinatra
on.
was a dick.
He was. Is that he was a dick?
Yeah.
But honestly, as a musical genius, he was able, and it's the influences he had. I would be very, very interested to see.
Would he?
He would have got to the 60s.
Would he change his music due to
No.
the times, or would he?
He would have died off.
He would change the music to his style.
Nope. He wouldn't have.
He would have changed his music to his
Nope.
style.
No, he's an original artist.
But what about Johnny? As you were saying, with
Johnny Cash did covers. Now with Johnny Cash
did covers. He changed his style.
Yeah.
He went.
No, he did not change his style so much. He changed the original song.
Yeah.
He covered the
Yes,
song.
but his thing, he's playing a metal song, 9 Inch Nails. Okay, completely.
Hurt is God. To be honest.
Okay, that's all right. That actually feels like it should be
him doing it.
Yes.
Something he would have said.
Due to the fact that he finished that song after June Carter died.
Yeah.
His wife.
And not too
you
far
can feel the
before he
pain
died.
in that song.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know if it was the fact that he was filling in the pain from that he was feeling
Oh, definitely.
at the time,
I believe
or
Frank
the
Sinatra
fact
would
that
not
he
have
was
been.
just trying to
But
play.
how? But what you're saying now? How actual emotions would influence the music? Is that Frank Sinatra at the end of his career? My Way being the last of his popular songs. You could actually feel the emotion, in everything that he's saying, and now the end is near, and now I face my final curtain. But, things like that, you do understand that he's done a lot. He's gone from coast to coast. He's done everything.
I've been everywhere. Have you ever heard that Johnny Cash song?
Yeah. But
I've been everywhere, man.
Exactly.
and I do think that,
See, Johnny Cash adapted to
he did.
But
He changed with the times.
but
So did many other fucking actors. I'm sorry. So did, it doesn't really matter.
Artists.
he was an actor.
Artist.
Yeah, he was an actor.
He was an actor.
So did many other
It's like Elvis.
singers.
Elvis.
Do we want to talk about Bob Dylan? He changed his genre 5 different times.
Wow.
At least.
And on
Why
that, hold on.
Walk hard,
Alright, we're not going to talk about Dewey Cox, alright?
down night.
And on that bombshell, good night.